Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs. 2023, Volume 7, Number 1, pages 164–174. Original scientific paper. Can urbanization influence carbon dioxide emissions? Evidence from BRICS countries. *1 Assist. Professor Dr. Oluwatoyin Abidemi Somoye, 2 Toluwalope Seyi Akinwande. Keywords: urbanization, energy intensity, economic growth, pooled goals, fixed effects. Abstract. Climate change is one of several issues confronting the planet today. Addressing this problem will create a safer environment for humans and other species. Thus, this study explores how the urban population, UBNP, influences carbon dioxide emissions, CO2e, levels in BRICS from 1990–2021, 192 observations, using pooled goals and fixed effects techniques. In addition, energy intensity, ENIT, and economic growth, GDP, are utilized as control variables. The pooled goals result demonstrates that UBNP growth reduces CO2e by 0.19%, a rise in ENIT levels spurs CO2e by 1.10%, and an increase in GDP enhances CO2e by 0.61%. The fixed effects outcome shows that an upsurge in UBNP reduces CO2e by 1.19%, while ENIT and GDP rise boosts CO2e by 1.19% and 1.04%, respectively. This study recommends continuous urban planning, rural area development, renewable energy integration, and the use of energy efficient buildings. This article is an open access article, distributed under the terms and conditions of the Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International, CC by 4.0. Highlights contribution to the field statement. BRICS economies were employed in this research. The pooled goals and fixed effects methods were utilized in this study. Urban population growth reduces carbon dioxide emissions. A rise in energy intensity levels drives carbon dioxide emissions. GDP growth spurs carbon dioxide emissions. This study investigates the impact of urbanization on carbon dioxide emissions in BRICS countries. Other studies have focused on BRICS economies alone. This study fills the gap by including Turkey, because of its significant position in the Middle Eastern region, Asia, and Europe. In addition, contrary to other studies, this research found that urban population growth reduces carbon dioxide emissions. In conclusion, this research contributes to the social/economic dimensions of contemporary urbanization by recommending policies that promote sustainable urbanization, such as investing in public transportation and green spaces. 1. Introduction. Climate change is an essential issue discussed globally. This is because of climate irregularities such as rising temperatures, a decrease in snow cover, rising sea levels, increasing storms, droughts, loss of species, and increased poverty and displacement. United Nations, 2023. In addition, climate change can also affect people's living standards. Greenhouse gases, GHGs, drive climate change, and carbon dioxide emissions, CO2e, is the most significant contributor. CO2e is caused mainly by human activities using fossils. Diverse economic variables can spur CO2e or reduce it. This includes technological progress, governance, foreign direct investment, trade, economic policy uncertainties, and institutional quality. This study focuses on urban population, UBNP, energy intensity, ENIT, and economic growth, GDP, because these channels are essential to achieving a low-carbon economy. The Environmental Transition Theory, ETT, explains the UBNP and CO2e nexus. The ETT postulates that UBNP initially harms the environment but later contributes to environmental soundness. Also, the association between UBNP and CO2e has been widely debated, but the outcome remains inconclusive. Dutta and Hazarika, 2023, Lu et.al., 2023a, Rehan et.al., 2023, Salahuddin et.al., 2019, Shen et.al., 2017, Sarab et.al., 2023. In addition, reducing ENIT levels is a significant pathway to achieving net zero by 2050. ENIT refers to the energy needed to produce a given output level. ENIT measures energy efficiency. Higher ENIT levels mean energy inefficiency, while lower ENIT levels depict energy efficiency. In recent times, ENIT improvement levels have declined due to weak ENIT policies and increased energy demand in energy-intensive economies, IEA, 2022. Significant research findings have demonstrated that ENIT contributes to environmental worsening due to the utilization of fossils. Danish et.al., 2020, Islam and Rahman, 2023, Lu et.al., 2023b, Shokuhi et.al., 2022, Somoye et.al., 2023. The link between GDP and CO2e has been highly debated. Grossman and Kruger, 1991, asserted that an economy grows in three phases: scale, first stage, composite, second stage, and technique, third stage. The first stage relates to emerging economies using fossils to power economic activities. At this stage, environmental degradation occurs. On the other hand, the second and third stages are peculiar to developed economies. As the economy grows, technological innovation and clean energy sources improve environmental quality. In addition, the connection between GDP and CO2e has remained inconclusive. Seaton et.al., 2018, Chandra Vomik and Sultana, 2022, Rehan, 2023, Sekhter et.al., 2022, Srinu, 2022. Why BRICS T? According to Ola et.al., 2023, BRICS T collectively contributes to increased CO2e globally. From 1990-2021, the CO2e per capita ranking of the BRICS T economies from the highest to the lowest are as follows: Russia, South Africa, China, Turkey, Brazil, and India. It is also observed that CO2e in each country is becoming flat. This shows that BRICS T economies are creating environmental policies that reduce CO2e. Ola et.al., 2023, further stated that BRICS T are working towards improving the quality of their environment by reducing CO2e and expanding clean energy sources in their energy portfolio. In addition, the year 2020 showed a general decline in CO2e due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Energy Institute, 2023. Urbanization can be defined as the movement of people from areas that are not developed to areas that are developed within a country. People transit to urban areas because of job opportunities, education, and healthcare access, location of industries, infrastructural benefits, and improved quality of life. Although urbanization is frequently viewed as a sign of progress, it also has a variety of drawbacks, including overpopulation, neglect of rural areas, socio-economic disparity, and ecological challenges. It is observed that the urban population in the BRICS economies showed an increasing trend. World Bank, 2023. This study investigates the impact of UBNP on CO2e in the BRICS countries from 1990 to 2021, using ENIT and GDP as control factors. This research enhances the existing scholarly work by adding Turkey to the BRICS economies. First, most studies have focused on BRICS economies alone. Turkey is included because of its significant position in the Middle Eastern region, Asia, and Europe. Turkey is one of the top 20 emitters of global County 2E. Turkey has a $1.1 trillion economy and a GDP per capita of $13,990. In addition, the population of Turkey is 85.3 million, which has tripled since Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 7, 164-174/2023. Assist. Professor Dr. Oluwatoyin Abidemi Somoye, Toluwalope Seyi Akinwande 166. 1960, World Bank, 2023. A growing population means more energy is needed for economic activities. Most of Turkey's energy consumption comes from oil and gas. Abidemi, 2023. Turkey has pledged to reach net zero by 2053, the World Bank, 2022. The economic characteristics of Turkey make it suitable for further investigation. Second, this research uses ENIT data to proxy for energy use. Other studies have employed energy use data. Third, this research employed pooled ordinary least square, pooled OLS, and fixed effects methods. The pooled OLS is simple to implement, while the fixed effects controls for unobserved heterogeneity. Fourth, unlike other studies, this research found an adverse link between UBNP and CO2e. Fifth, this research contributes to the social/economic dimensions of contemporary urbanization by recommending policies that promote sustainable urbanization, such as investing in public transportation and green spaces. This can help to improve overall public health and make cities more habitable. In addition, revenue generated from carbon pricing can be used for social programs, such as affordable housing and job training. This could eliminate poverty and inequality while fostering a more inclusive economy. The study structure is presented in Figure 1. Figure 1. Study structure. 2. Literature evaluation and hypothesis development. 2.1 UBNP and CO2e link. In 16 emerging economies, Sadersky, 2014, established that the effect of UBNP on CO2e is negative, but statistically insignificant. The study also found that ENIT and GDP drive CO2e. In Malaysia, Bekaith and Othman, 2017, found that UBNP drives CO2e at the early stages of urbanization. However, this association becomes negative in higher stages. Shen et al. 2017, confirmed mixed results for BRICS. Salahuddin et al. 2019, revealed that UBNP spurs CO2e in South Africa. In Pakistan, Ali et al. 2019, opined that UBNP drives CO2e and that it is crucial for the energy stakeholders to promote adopting renewable energy (RNW) technologies. In BRICS, Chen et al. 2022, and Chandra Vomik and Sultana, 2022, ascertained that UBNP and GDP boost CO2e. In 54 African Union countries, Hussein et al. 2022, confirmed that UBNP increases CO2e. Thus, UBNP should be planned. Seekder et al. 2022, established the same outcome for 23 developing economies. Amin and Song, 2023, discovered that GDP drives CO2e in South and East Asia, while UBNP increases CO2e in East Asia. Balsalobra. Laurent et al. 2022, revealed that UBNP decreases CO2e in BRICS. In China, Cheng and Hu, 2023, and Li et al. 2023, found that UBNP increases CO2e. Based on these assertions, this study suggests that Hypothesis 1, UBNP can either have a favorable or unfavorable environmental impact. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 7, 164-174/2023. Assist. Professor Dr. Oluwatoyin Abidemi Somoye, Toluwalope Seyi Akinwande 167. 2.2 ENIT and CO2e link. The majority of the existing literature has affirmed that ENIT increases CO2e. This is attributed to using fossils and the essentiality of meeting daily energy needs. Abon et al. 2020, revealed that ENIT drives CO2e in BRICS economies. Namahoro et al. 2021, opined that in 50 African economies, ENIT serves as a factor that boosts CO2e across regions and income levels. Yang et al. 2022, found a similar outcome for China. Khan et al. 2022, stated that ENIT spurs CO2e in Canada. Koilaka et al. 2023, found a negative ENIT CO2e nexus in the USA and Germany. Khan and Liu, 2023, also discovered an adverse association in Australia. In 26 EU countries, Hajik et al. 2023, asserted that ENIT is the primary driver of environmental deterioration. This occurs because there is an extensive reliance on fossils during the early phases of development, resulting in a rapid increase in pollution emissions. Harba et al. 2002. Zhang et al. 2023, for Morocco and Chen et al. 2023, for top 10 efficient economies also discovered the enhancing effect of CO2e. Thus, this research hypothesizes the following. Hypothesis 2, ENIT has an enhancing effect on CO2e. 2.3 GDP and CO2e link. The connection between GDP and CO2e has remained inconclusive. A positive GDP CO2e nexus is established in the findings of Adabia et al. 2021, Ihan et al. 2023, Kara Aslan and Kamkia, 2022. Nassim et al. 2023, Shwa et al. 2023. Conversely, these investigations have identified an inverse association between GDP and CO2e levels, Khan, 2019, Namahoro etal, 2021, Narayan etal, 2016. Consequently, this study puts forth the hypothesis that Hypothesis 3, GDP will spur CO2e. The following gaps were identified in these discussions. First, the connection between UBNP and CO2e has not reached a definitive conclusion, necessitating further examination. Additionally, the correlation between GDP and CO2e remains uncertain. Likewise, the research on ENIT across the global economy is scanty. Second, this study extends the BRICS economies to include Turkey, which other countries have omitted. Conducting more research on these gaps can lead to improved knowledge about the interconnections of the variables. This understanding can support policy development on how to cut CO2e and combat climate variation. 3. Data and method. 3.1 Data. The data employed is from 1990-2021. CO2e measured in metric tons per capita is the dependent variable, while UBNP, total urban population, ENIT, exajoules/GDP, and GDP, per capita constant. 2015 US dollars, are the independent variables. CO2e and ENIT were extracted from Energy Institute, 2023. While UBNP and GDP were extracted from World Bank, 2023. Therefore, an extended model proposed by Ali et al. 2019 is adopted and specified as follows. CO2EIT equals F, UBNP it, ENIT it, GDP it. 1. Logs of the variables were carried out to control for outliers and instability in the model, Somoye et al. 2022. Thus, the model is expressed in equation 2. LCO2EIT equals 1 plus 2 lubnit plus 3 lenitid plus 4 LGDP it plus it, 2. 1. Intercept, 2 4. Explanatory variables coefficients, error term, countries, time. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 7, 1, 164-174/2023. Assist. Professor Dr. Oluwatoyin Abidemi Somoye, Toluwalope Seyi Akinwande 168. 3.2 Methods. 3.2.1 Pooled OLS and Fixed Effects. The pooled OLS method is a regression technique used to analyze panel data. Panel data is a blend of cross-sectional and time series dimensions. It is a common technique used to examine the overall relationship between variables while ignoring specific unit or time effects. The fixed effects approach, on the other hand, controls for unobserved heterogeneity, improves model fit, addresses time invariant variables, solves the problem of endogeneity and is well suited for causal inference. 4. Analysis and discussions. 4.1 Cross-section dependence test. Prior to conducting the unit root test, second generation, it is paramount to determine if cross dependency exists within the model. Table 1 indicates the existence of cross-sectional dependency as evidenced by p-values below the 5% threshold. Table 1. Cross-section dependence test. Test statistic prob. BRICS Pagan LM 318.79180.0000. Pasaround scaled LM 55.464540.0000. Pasaround CD 17.526780.0000. 4.2 Unit root test. In Table 2, the CIPS test proposed by Pasaran, 2007, shows that LCO2e, LENET, and LGDP are stationary at level. For the CIDF test, LCO2e, LUBN, LENET, and LGDP are stationary at level. CIPS and CIDF are second-generation unit root tests. Table 2. Unit root test. CIPS CIDF I, O, 1, I, O, I, 1. LCO2e 2.26415.3.59072 3.825925.82854 LUBN 2.29340 3.889473.37263 LENET 3.31315 3.95465 4.84794 6.26308 LGDP 2 47856.2.76702 5.32994 5.41996 Note, denotes p. 4.3 Descriptive statistics. Table 3 confirms that LUBN has the highest mean, 18.65, and median, 18.61. Conversely, LCO2e has the lowest mean, 1.31, and median, 1.34. LCO2e, LUBN, and LENET are platykurtic because they are less than 3, while LGDP is leptokurtic because it is more than 3. In addition, all variables are not normally distributed. There are 192 observations, which is sufficient for a panel data analysis. Table 3. Descriptive statistics. LCO2e LUBN LENET LGDP. Mean 1.315445 18.6575 1.774770 8.405932. Median 1.34285 18.517779 1.748398 8.712844. Maximum 2.717340 20.598722 2.843164 Minimum 0.371064 16.848110 0.955511 STD Dev 0.837429 1.047222 0.498622 0.831746 Skewness 0.187868 0.048456 0.193695 1.160077 Kurtosis 1.788859 1.879063 1.841684 Bjark-Barra 12.8643 10.12713 11.9341 Probability 0.001609 0.006323 0.002562 Sum 252.5654 3582.255 340.75559 1613.939 Sum SQ Dev 133.9460 209.4648 47.4872 132.1340 Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 7, 1, 164-174/2023. Assist. Professor Dr. Oluwatoyin Abidemi Somoye, Toluwalope Seyi Akinwande 169. 4.4 Pooled OLS Analysis. Table 4 shows the result of the pooled OLS analysis. The outcome demonstrates that Lubn growth reduces LCO2e by 0.19%, a rise in Lennet levels spurs LCO2e by 1.10%, and an increase in LGDP enhances LCO2e by 0.61%. The RR² and adjusted RR² are 99%, respectively, which shows how well the explanatory variables explain the dependent variable. In addition, the model is normally distributed, 0.39 greater than 0.05. Table 4. Pooled OLS analysis. Variables coefficient standard error t-stat probability. Lubn 0.192957 0.004898 39.39767 0.0000. Lennet 1.106786 0.005937 186.4245 0.0000. LGDP 0.611302 0.003862 158.2999 0.0000. C 2.1870030 0.104346 20.959130 0.0000. Diagnostic tests. R² 0.99%. Adjusted R² 0.99%. F-stat, 23,503.90, prob, 0.00000. Yark-Bara, 1.840765. Prob, 0.398367. 4.5 Fixed effects analysis. The fixed effects outcome in Table 5 shows that an upsurge in Lubn reduces LCO2e by 1.19%, while Lennet and LGDP rise boosts CO2e by 1.19% and 1.04%, respectively. The R² and adjusted R² are 99%, respectively, demonstrating how well the explanatory variables explain the dependent variable. The normality test also shows normal distribution because the probability value exceeds 5%, 0.47992. The redundant fixed effect likelihood ratio also shows that the fixed effects method is appropriate because it is significant at 1%, 0.0000. The residual cross-section dependence test also showed that there is no cross-dependence because the probability values are more than 5%, BRICS-Pagan LM, 0.9994, and PAS around CD, 0.5008. Table 5. Fixed effects analysis. Variables coefficient standard error t-stat prob. Lubn 0.053523 0.125644.2602010.0000. Lennet 1.191023 LGDP 1.040176 0.008383 124.08800 C 8.543383 0.20004242.707900 0.0000. Diagnostic tests. R² 0.99%. Adjusted R² 0.99%. F-stat, 61,860.65, prob, 0.00000. Yark-Bara, 1.468265. Prob, 0.479922. 4.6 Discussion. First, the result that an increase in UBNP reduces CO2e is supported by the studies of Balsalobra, Laurent et al., 2022, Kahn and Liu, 2023, Koilaka et al., 2023, Sadersky, 2014, Shen et al., 2017, Somoye et al., 2023. In contrast, these studies found that urbanization increases CO2e, Chandra, Vomik and Sultana, 2022, Cheng and Hu, 2023, Chen et al., 2022, Li et al., 2023. The negative. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 7, 164-174/2023. Assist. Professor Dr. Oluwatoyin Abidemi Somoye, Toluwalope Seyi Akinwande 170. Relationship between UBNP and CO2e shows that the BRICS economies are engaging in sustainable urbanization practices. In addition, Somoye et al. 2023, identified some factors responsible for the negative association between UBNP and CO2e in Brazil. They include economic and political crisis, demographic changes, government policy effectiveness, effective allocation of resources, and control of pollution. Brazil has encouraged clean energy use through its economic policies, such as hydropower and biofuels. Currently, the decoupling of UBNP CO2e is slow in Russia because of its geopolitical challenges and heavy reliance on fossils. As such, Russia has continued to take steps to reduce its CO2e by investing in renewables, encouraging natural gas use, and driving energy-efficient buildings through its policies. Even though India is going through rapid UBNP, the policymakers in India have developed several projects to promote sustainable urban development. Such projects include the Smart Cities Mission and Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission. Despite China's rapid UBNP growth, established goals have been set by the Chinese government to increase energy efficiency, develop renewable energy generation, and support environmentally friendly transportation options such as electric automobiles and public transportation. In South Africa, coal is the main source of energy supply. The country has implemented some policies to decouple UBNP from CO2e, such as the creation of the National Development Plan, NDP, support for the Sustainable Cities Network, SCN, and the signing of the Green Economy Accord, GE. Turkey also depends on fossils for its economic activities, and it has implemented the National Urbanization Strategy, TNUS, to promote sustainable urbanization. Second, a positive link between ENIT and CO2e is expected because BRICS economies still rely heavily on fossils. This assertion is confirmed in the findings of Chen et al., 2023, Hajik et al., 2023, Namahoro et al., 2021, Narayan et al., 2016. Third, this study also anticipated a positive GDP CO2e nexus, which is acknowledged by Amin and Song, 2023, Nassim et al., 2023, Sikdar et al., 2022, and opposed by Khan, 2019, Namahoro et al., 2021, Narayan et al., 2016. 5. Conclusion and policy suggestions. Climate change is one of several issues confronting the planet today. Addressing this problem will create a safer environment for humans and other species. Thus, this study explores how the urban population, UBNP, influences carbon dioxide emissions, CO2e, levels in BRICS from 1990-2021. 192 observations, using pooled OLS and fixed effects techniques. In addition, energy intensity, ENIT, and economic growth, GDP, are employed as control factors. The pooled OLS result demonstrates that UBNP growth reduces CO2e by 0.19%, a rise in ENIT levels spurs CO2e by 1.10%, and an increase in GDP enhances CO2e by 0.61%. The fixed effects outcome shows that an upsurge in UBNP reduces CO2e by 1.19%, while ENIT and GDP rise boosts CO2e by 1.19% and 1.04%, respectively. Policy suggestions are as follows: I. To decouple UBNP from CO2e, urban planning and rural area development are essential. Urban planning entails designing and managing the physical growth and development of cities and towns. Urban planning also includes expanding and improving public transportation systems. In addition, developing rural areas will decongest the urban areas, put less pressure on urban infrastructure, and reduce CO2e. 2. To reduce ENIT levels, renewable energy integration and using energy-efficient buildings are essential. Renewable energy integration entails the installation of solar panels on rooftops and the utilization of geothermal or wind energy where feasible. Incorporating renewable energy into urban development can reduce reliance on fossil fuels and lower CO2e. Renewable energy use can be enhanced through renewable energy education and awareness. 3. To decouple GDP from CO2e, tax policies and subsidies can be employed. An increase in carbon tax will discourage the use of fossils, while tax incentives and subsidies will encourage renewable energy investments and consumption. In addition, the adoption of new technologies can also reduce CO2e. Finally, this study has drawbacks by focusing on BRICS economies. Other studies can further research other countries for more robust policy formulation. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 7, 1, 164-174/2023. Assist. Professor Dr. Oluwatoyin Abidemi Somoye, Toluwalope Seyi Akinwande 171. Conflict of interests. The authors declare that there is no conflict of interest.